Hello everybody and welcome back to the Winning Agenda Jumpstart edition. We're going to be cracking open this little box of Jumpstart, having a bit of a chat about the format, hopefully getting some sweet pulls, and just generally enjoying a bit of a box opening experience. So I hope things are going well for you wherever you are around the world. Here in Melbourne, Australia, it's very cold today. Just had a bit of a rainy weekend, so just going to crack open a box of Jumpstart. Try and get those good times flowing. Just actually been playing a few games of Jumpstart with a box that I opened previously with a friend of mine, and mix and match for maximum mayhem is exactly what we did. It's a lot of fun. Gotta say, I had high expectations because I loved the idea of the product. I thought it was going to be really cool, and it certainly played out that way. We played, I think, with two combinations of different color pairings or deck pairings, and both of them were reasonably well balanced, a lot of fun, and yeah, generally quite enjoyed myself. But what we're looking for here is both decks that look fun to play, but also obviously, hopefully, some of the sweet hits. So let's get started with pack number one, and hope that we can hit some of those cards that are commanding some serious prices right now. I don't know if it's because of the scarcity, and that as things become a little more easy to come by, the prices will come down, but there are things like Tiny Bones and Muxus that are running amok in different formats and certainly commanding quite the price. So Archaeology blue deck number one, and it's a Scarecrow, and that's all. So nothing too exciting to start off with. Interesting looking deck, a little thirst for knowledge there. Been reprinted quite a few times now though, so no financial value. Man, I tell you what, Lightning Core Excavator certainly gets a workout in these decks. That is in so many different decks. Thriving Isle, of course these Thriving Lands have also been extremely popular. And then there's one of these sweet lands that have the Jumpstart set logo and are specific to the particular deck that you're looking at. So there's one of them in each deck, and that one is, just like most of the others, gorgeous art. It'd be kind of nice if they were full art, but yeah, as it is, it's not too bad at all. Happy to at least see them. In the packs for something a little bit extra. So a Scarecrow to kick us off in the Archaeology deck, nothing too exciting. We've got Cats for deck number two. These inner packs are a little bit awkward to open, but not too bad. Alright, so Cats, and we've got the Lurking Predators there. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, you may put that card on the bottom of your library. So as a 6-drop, accelerating into bigger threats, I think there are better ways to get your Eldrazi on the board, and double up rare is Feline Sovereign. But we've got Enlarged Keeper of Fables. I guess the good thing about it, obviously, with Lurking Predators is it's whenever an opponent casts a spell. So, you're getting it multiple times a turn and you're punishing them for casting their spells. But there is a decent mix here of both creatures and non-creatures. So, not convinced that that's going to be hitting all that often, but anyway, it is what it is. So, a couple of not too exciting packs to start us off. Yeah, not like the last box I opened, which was Muxus in the first pack. This time we've got a bit of a slower start. Hopefully we can pick things up. Oh, lost the pull tab. Ooh, speaking of Muxus, we've got a Goblins pack. Is this going to be the big dog, Muxus himself? No, it's Goblin Chieftain. Alright, well, get wrecked. Goblin Chieftain, Goblin Goon. Goblin Chieftain's still not a bad one to pick up. Beetleback Thief, and then some other garbage goblins along the way. A Thriving Bluff, the Goblin Land, but alas, no Muxus this time around. So, well, I'll put these in some kind of semblance of order so we can see them. Pack number 4. Can we get a bit of a run on with something that is a little more exciting? What do we want to see? Phyrexians, we want to see Rhystic Studies, we want to see Allosaurus Shepherds, and all the Gonti Lord of Luxury. Not a bad hit. I was going to say all the new commanders that are released in this set are kind of the ones we want to see, but Gonti is certainly a bit of an all-star, and very happy to have that for casual decks, for cube, for all sorts of things. So, and a Thieves Guild Enforcer for the M21 rare. Gonti's got the it's got the Jumpstart logo like most of the reprints, but Thieves Guild Enforcer obviously because it was just printed in M21 gets the M21 set logo, and then the rest of the cards nothing particularly exciting. And what do we get? It's a pretty sweet looking swamp. As I said, with most of the pack basic lands, they are pretty cool, and that one is no exception. Tree Hugging. Not sure any of the exciting rares come in the Tree Hugging pack, but I did just play a game with Tree Hugging, and with one of the Tree Hugging decks. It was this one actually, the Primordial Sage, and it's got certainly a bit going for it. Plenty of cantrips, plenty of ways to draw cards. And yeah, weirdly, sometimes in the packs, the last common comes after the Thriving Land. I don't know if it's in every pack that it's that way, but it is kind of weird that like the lands start and then you get more creatures once you've already started opening lands, but it's what it is. So nothing particularly good so far. No Muxus, none of the mythic commanders, or legendary creatures I should say. Above the Clouds gives us a Kira Great Glass Spinner. Kamigawa a reprint here. Has had some financial value over time. Allows your creatures to be a little more evasive and difficult to remove with spot removal, but not the most exciting rare to open. Still, it is cool, with this Jumpstart product generally, to be able to find all these different rares from Magic history along the way. Thriving Isle again, looking fantastic. Lofty Denial, the M21 counterspell. And then this land, that island, not particularly special. Not the most exciting of the Jumpstart specials. Of course, the Phyrexian Swamp is the one that everybody's frothing over at the moment. It's causing the most excitement out there in the Magic playing community. Not that Wizards is of course never going to reprint Phyrexian language things again, but it is the first Phyrexian language card, which I guess makes it a little bit exciting. So Talran Sky Summoner for the pretty unexciting rare. And then a few bits and pieces, no particularly exciting uncommons, nothing that's really grabbing my attention, but a very sweet looking Wizard Island. Some crackling lightning coming off. Lightning's not just the domain of red decks these days. Blue cards also get to do some lightning things from time to time, it seems. An Enchanted Pack. This is not one that I've seen before in the last box that I opened, so it'll be interesting to see what we get here. A Core Spirit Dancer. Okay, it gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. Whenever you cast an aura spell, you may draw a card. And then presumably, I've got cute little Blessed Spirits. Look at them. So sad. And then Faith's Fetters, a fair number of auras, a couple of life linkers, and gorgeous looking planes. Who's drawn that? Yong Hao Han. It's just stunning. It's got that kind of Theros feel mixed with like Anthony S. Waters, who's an old artist who drew a lot of kind of bleeding color artworks like that. So we're at the end of the first stack, and we've got, we'll just take a moment to review, not the most exciting, got a couple of them off camera there, not the most exciting stack of decks so far, and actually no big hits. So a pretty disappointing first 8 decks in terms of financial value, but a fair few different interesting things to play with. Let's see if we can't pick up anything a little more exciting from the financial value perspective in this next stack. Teferi, hello. Well. I wonder who we're going to see hiding behind this card. Teferi, Master of Time. The M21 Teferi, just a lot of people got really excited about this when it was first spoiled, and although the value's dropped off a little bit, that is certainly a hit. Like, that's a nice one to see. Plenty of decks in Commander, Casual, all sorts of places are going to want to play a card like Teferi. And the double rare with the Teferi's Ageless Insight. So certainly not a bad pack there. And a very fun-looking deck, I have to say. Going to be on the more controlling side. And you even get the Showcase Island. Nice, I didn't realize that with these Planeswalker packs. You also get the M21 Showcase Land. So that is sweet. That's really, really nice. So a good pack there to start off. Stack number 2. I think I might just rearrange things a little bit here so we can tell where things are coming from. See if we can get these on the edge of the camera. We'll double up on the rogues and the archaeology, and we'll start the second stack here. All right. So Teferi bringing us back into a bit of a happier zone with the financial value, and hoping that we can continue down that road with Devilish, not the best in terms of financial value. Brash Taunter going to give us not a lot, but certainly a fun play experience for you, not so much for your opponent with Brash Taunter. Can be a little bit of a painful one to play against if you haven't got exile effects in your deck, because it is quite hard to get rid of. Another Lightning Core Excavator. This guy's just hanging out in so many of these decks. Thriving Bluff, Torch Fiend, and whoa, that's a freaky looking land. Certainly devilish, isn't it? So pack number 2 in the second stack. Haven't hit too many mythics, I don't think. We've hit the Teferi, and is that it? I don't recall any other mythics, actually. Vampires could be this could be a mythic here. The Drana, I know, is in, yep, so Drana, the Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch reprint, is in one of the vampire decks. I don't know if all of them have Drana, but just as we call that we haven't got many mythics, there is another one. Vampires, as always, with a bit of a lifelink sub-theme. And life drain, and then a cool looking vampiric castle for the basic land. So I think that might only be the second mythic that we've hit so far in the vampire pack. After the Teferi, a couple of packs earlier. This looks like it could be a Terror of the Peaks though. So let's go ahead and check this out, which is, so dragons, and what did we get? Terror of the Peaks, not too bad at all. Is that actually Terror of the Peaks artwork? It's not, is it? Must be something else in here. Oh, it's Hellkite Punisher. They're very similar. I mean, I guess they're both dragons, but they do look, yeah, quite similar. So Terror of the Peaks, Hellkite Punisher. Rapacious Dragon, Double Masters. Also saw that reprinted. And a few other little dragons along the way. Well, certainly I can imagine that if you can land that in a game in Jumpstart, it could be quite challenging for your opponents to deal with, much like the aforementioned challenge of dealing with. Yeah, that kind of thing's hard to deal with. I get Brash Taunter from the Devilish pack. Not an easy card to get rid of. What have we got here? Feathered Friends. Okay, this is another one that I haven't seen before. So what's in the Feathered Friends pack? Steel Plume Marshal. It's not me, it's my cousin Steel Plume. It's a 5-cost 3/3 flyer. Whenever Steel Plume Marshal attacks other attacking creatures you control with flying, get +2/+2 until end of turn. So definitely going for that go wide bird kind of look with the Aven Gagglemaster rewarding you for flyers. Sky Tether, getting opposing flyers out of the way. Doesn't deal quite so effectively with reach creatures, but that's okay. A Thriving Heath for our first Thriving Heath, I think. Oh no, we must have got an Enchanted deck as well, just didn't quite notice it. And a kind of a meh looking basic land, that wasn't it? So I don't know whether Steel Plume Marshal is commanding any financial value. It's not one that I've heard much about, so I doubt that it is, although it does have a very last name. Alright, this looks like, ooh. This looks like a lightning deck, which is possible lightning bolt, but that's about it. Not a lot very exciting going on in these ones. There's a ball lightning, but it's a card that at one time was worth a little bit, but not so much anymore. Chain Lightning, okay. And does it have a Lightning Bolt as well? No. Doesn't look like it. Riddle of Lightning, Weaver of Lightning, and Lightning Visionary. Yeah, so Lightning Bolt's an uncommon. So I think you either get, of course, I mean, it wouldn't be a Jumpstart deck without a Lightning Core Excavator. But Ball Lightning, I think, is an alternative to Lightning Bolt, it looks like. But yeah, Chain Lightning is certainly not a bad pickup. Worth a couple of dollars at times. I don't know what its value is sitting at these days. Ooh, Feathered Friends looking to... Yeah, so a couple more, 2 more packs to the end of the second stack. It would be nice, I think, heading into the final stack to pick up one last mythic of a little bit of financial value to give us a little bit more impetus going into this last stack. But it looks like we're just going to get hosed here. Ajani's Chosen. 4-cost 3/3 cat soldier. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white cat creature token. If that enchantment is an aura, you may attach it to the token. And then a Celestial Mantle as well. Okay, so a double rare pack, but nothing too exciting. And then a bunch of these white auras and things that want auras, and then this beautiful Enchanted Plains. And then the last pack for the second stack. Ooh, where's that pull tab gone? Sometimes they get stuck inside walls. Okay, yeah, bit of a hosing again. So not the greatest box here so far. Teferi's okay. Towering Titan is a mythic, but not on the exciting end of the mythics. And Assault Formation for the double rare, but double slightly garbage rare again. Thriving Grove, Raving Keep, and then this forest is actually really beautiful. It's got that kind of John Avon forest style, very symmetrical vertical trees, which is quite pleasing to the eye. So as far as the basic lands go, I have to give the Walls deck, the Walls pack. I have to give the Walls pack something, which is that at least it has a very nice looking basic land. So we'll ship these over slightly so we're not losing them off the camera anymore. So 2/3 of the way through the box, we've had, well, we're hiding our best hit here, so we might as well move that along to the end. We've got Teferi as our best hit so far. Goblins could have been good, but unfortunately it was not a Muxus. And then other than that, we haven't really hit too much of any financial value. But we've still got 1/3 of the box to go, so who knows, if we hit an Allosaurus Shepherd or some such extremely high quality mythic, all will be good and all will be forgiven. So I think Allosaurus Shepherd and Tiny Bones are still the 2 cards that command the highest price in Jumpstart these days. Wizards, I'm not sure if Rhystic Study's in this. I think it's in Well Read. Riptide Laboratory, yep. So I've had this particular Wizards pack before with the Riptide Lab. Shipwreck Dowser, Exclusion Mage, not a bad one. The Mana War, and then a couple of counter spells and a couple of flyers. Just your typical kind of old school blue business going on there, and then a nice Wizards Tower again. So that is different. I think our last Wizards pack, what was the rare? I was the Talrand Sky Summer. I think I'd rather get the Riptide Laboratory. I think it's probably got better financial value. So we'll put that underneath the little Teferi there. So can we pick up something sweet to finish this off? Let's hope so. Oh no, another Wizards. Could be another Talrand, could be just another Riptide Laboratory. What is it? What's it going to be? It's another Talrand. Oh, fix our focus here. So another Talrand, and then just the same old, same old. So it's amazing. So it's amazing, actually, the amount of duplication that you get in these boxes. That's 3 Wizards packs, 2 of which were identical. And yet there'd be a significant number of packs that we just have not seen at all. So yeah, that's kind of mirrors my experience in the last box, actually. I had 2 reanimate. Oh, speaking of duplication, here we go again. We've got wizards out the wazoo. What have we got in this particular wizards pack? A Baron. Okay, well at least it's a different one. We've got all the wizard variations that we could ask for. Plenty of shipwrecked houses, plenty of counter spells, plenty of little flyers, and plenty of this wizard tower basic land. So 3 wizards in a row to start the last stack. Not the best. So come on, elves. Come on. I don't know exactly what the other packs are for Phyrexian. That'd be nice. What have we got here? Pirates. Okay. Getting a little hosed. Getting a little hosed. Since that Teferi, we just have not found the big hits. So, of course, a captain for the old Pirate Lord effect. And then just the Charter Course Coastal Piracy. Spectral Sailors are always a nice one to have. Richard an airship. Look at that blimp. It's so funny looking. Sailor Beans, all the treasure tokens that you could ask for. And then, yeah, pretty sweet looking Pirate Island, I have to say. Looks like some kind of Mario era video game kind of nonsense going on there. But it's also kind of cool. Reminds me of Mario Kart. Is it Super Mario Kart with like the little island and everything? Doctor. Okay. Who's hanging out in the Doctor pack? We've got Cradle of Vitality. 4-cost enchantment. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature for each 1 life you gained. That's a bit of a hosing. And Path of Bravery, 3-cost enchantment. As long as your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control attack, you gain life equal to the number of attacking creatures. So the old life gain, trigger my Griffin Airy, trigger my something else, hopefully. Nope, it's just the Griffin Airy. Bulwark Giant's going to gain us some life. But yeah, that's a pretty mediocre deck. And yeah, Plains. It's kind of cool looking. Kind of cool looking Doctor. I feel like Doctor is... I almost would have expected Basri to show up there. Dr. Basri Ket. Seems like the kind of pack that the doc would enjoy being in. So we're down to the last, I think, 4 packs here. We're down to 3 packs. All right, so after Dogs, there's only 2 more packs. And we've got, of course, Pack Leader for the M21 Doggo Captain. And a nice looking Pacifism. And, of course, the Doggo Plains. Another of the basic lands that people have enjoyed a lot. Some very sweet art from Johannes Voss. The Doggo Plains is, I mean... It's a little bit of a hosing of a box when one of your best hits is a basic land. And it's not even the Phyrexian land. Goblins, number 2. If this is another miss on the Muxus, we might just have to throw this box in the bin. It's Krenko, so we miss again on the Muxus. Well, well, well. I mean, I guess at least Krenko works with Muxus that we opened in the other box, but another Goblin Plains. Goblin Mountain. Very sweet looking mountain. But yes, double miss on Muxus in the Goblins pack. And then our very last pack here. Can we rip an Allosaurus Shepherd to make up for the financial disaster that is this box of Jumpstart? Smashing. Smashing. Oh dear. I feel like there is one thing getting smashed here, and it's our wallet. But not much we can do about that. Volcanic Salvo for the absolute hosing. Flame Tongue Kavu with the sweet little artwork. And that is about it. And that is certainly what has happened to our wallet. That is our wallet right there. And that is this booster box absolutely destroying it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this insight into what a Jumpstart booster box can look like. Unfortunately, not the greatest example of financial value, but certainly aside from our triple tap on the Wizards down here and our 4 Wizards decks overall, we did end up with quite a bit of variation across the packs that we opened here. And that archaeology there. We can lay them all out, and you can see, there's quite a bit of variation, quite an even color balance. Certainly some interesting times ahead as you get together with, a few friends, smash these together, and play a few games of Smash Up. I think it's going to lead to some good times. So financial hosing aside, I think it's still a cool product, and I'm certainly going to enjoy diving into a few more games after my first experience this very afternoon with a good friend of mine. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the Winning Agenda's Getting Hosed box openings. Thanks a lot. See ya.